Happy Monday. It's October 11th. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. So I don't know how your weekend was. I don't know how the rest of your week was, but today is a new day, a fresh start, a fresh week to do whatever you want, accomplish all of your goals, make changes, and find some new inspiration or motivation. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? Did you wake up feeling really great? If you did, apply that to your day. Be productive. Get something done. Go reach out to a friend. Maybe you're going to go walking today. Maybe you're going to go have a cup of coffee. Maybe you're going to schedule some appointments. But if you didn't wake up feeling so great today and you feel really crummy, don't forget, seasonal affective disorder is really ramping up its ugly horns. We're getting less daylight. Maybe it's a little crummy outside. It is Columbus Day. Thanks, Rob. But don't forget, that's happening. And so don't forget about your coping skills. Don't forget to go easy on yourself. But most importantly, push yourself a little bit too. We can't lay around all day long. We can't be stagnant. We got to keep moving. We got to do something that's going to promote wellness, right? Find your resources, reach out to your support team, and making sure that you're checking in with somebody at least once a day. So again, now today is Motivation Monday, and I want to start off with a little quote. It says, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. When you wake up, take a second to think about what a privilege it is to simply be alive and healthy. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, I assure you it will start to feel like one. Time spent appreciating is time worth living. It's so true. I know I've talked about this before, but how many of you generally get up on a Monday and go, it's Monday. I hate Monday. Monday is awful. But you know what? Monday is actually a beautiful day, just like every other day, because it's a new opportunity to make some changes. And if we can get up and we can turn it all around, we can change our thinking, how much better would a Monday be? It would be so much more positive. All right. So anyways, on Friday, we had the day at home here in Alexandria, and we had a public speaker. And so I just wanted to share this resource with you because I thought she was really amazing, and she motivated me, she inspired me, and so I thought this was a good resource to share with all of you. And I liked her story, and I liked her concept. And anyways, her name was Annie Meeheim, and she has more books than this. But this is the one that I got on Friday, and so I'd be willing to share this with somebody if you're interested in reading it. I'm a poor reader. I'm more of a listening, like audio, but there's some great stuff in here, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But it's called Be the Exception, 7 Ways for Your Transformation. And again, it's Annie Meehan, and you can find her. She's on Facebook and a couple of other different resources. And anyways, I kind of saw a glimpse of myself in the future. I liked her spunk. I liked her story. She grew up in a home of a hoarder mom, an alcoholic dad. I know her brother died by suicide. And anyways, she struggled with mental health, and she just struggled for a long time, just kind of finding her voice and finding her way, because she talks a lot about how people will tell you something. And so one of the things that I guess I took away from this, and where I'm going with this on Motivation Monday, is I liked how she talked about how people can tell you lies for your whole life. You're never going to amount to anything. You can't do that. And then how we believe those lies, which ultimately holds us back from pursuing opportunities and our goals in life. And so one of the things she had us do as a group was, what are the lies that you have heard? What's the reality of that? And how can you turn it around and change moving forward? And so anyways, so I just got to open it up to that point. She talks about the lies, okay? And for instance, one of the lies she has in here, which I thought was, I had a bad childhood because I was a bad child. So sometimes when we're kids or in your teen years or your adult years, you can be told that you're bad for some way, shape, or form. We start to believe that. We start to believe so the truth is that you may not be a bad person, right? Or may not have been in a bad environment, but it was the people around you that made bad choices, which ultimately took that out on you. So how can you change that moving forward, right? In order to change those thoughts moving forward, we can get rid of those toxic people and put more positive influences on our life. One of the lies that she says in here is suffering is a part of everyday life. Do you have to suffer every single day? She says that's the lie, okay? And so I want you to think about this, and I want you to get out a piece of paper because this is something that you can do. Remember, we talk about catch it, check it, change it. And we try to capture our negative thoughts. We try to gather the evidence behind it, and then we change it so that we don't have to think about like that. We don't have to think about that going forward. We can change it into something positive, which is going to help us feel more motivated. It's going to improve our depression. It's going to improve our anxiety. And so this is just another example of ways to do that. She said, so the lie is suffering is a part of everyday life. That's a lie, right? The truth in this is there will be some suffering in my life, but there will always be some joy. And moving forward, how are you going to change that? I will focus on the good so when the pain comes, it will not overtake me. We cannot live a perfect lifestyle, right? And not every day is going to be a bowl full of rainbows and cherries and whatever gumdrops, right? There is going to be tough days. But what we do with those tough days is going to change the rest of it, right? It's going to change the outcome. And so that's just kind of where we're going as far as motivation and catch it, check it, change it. This is just another way to think about it. What's the lie that you're telling yourself? What's the lie, the negative thought that's in here? What's the truth? Gather that evidence. Is it really true that you are going to suffer every day? No, it's not. But there are going to be struggles. And what are you going to do moving forward? You're going to focus on the good. And then you're just going to not let that overtake you. Here's another example. Okay, I like this one she has in here too. The lie. You have no value, no gifts, no strengths. You are worthless. Okay, that's her lie. Because people probably have told you through your life that you are never going to amount to anything, right? That you are never going to be able to have a job, have a relationship, whatever it may be. They may have told you. So the lie is you have no value, no gifts, no strengths. You are worthless. The truth is you have weaknesses. But you also have abundant gifts and strengths. We all have weaknesses. Like I have a terrible memory. I can't remember anything to save my life. I'm a little loud. The list goes on and on. Really, we have tons of weaknesses, right? I can hardly get out of bed in the morning sometimes. I'm not an early riser. But anyways, so the lie is you have no value, no gifts, no strengths. You are worthless. The truth is you have weaknesses, but you also have an abundance of gifts and strengths. And so what are you going to do moving forward? Moving forward, she says, here's the thought that we're going to use. I will work on building my strengths and seek help with any weakness. I am valuable and I have gifts worth sharing. We all have a gift. We all have a purpose. We're all here for a reason. And so we need to find that purpose. So get out a piece of paper and start writing down the things that you've ever wanted, the things that you enjoy, okay? Again, this is just in the last article that I just wrote because I really believe in this. Write down the things that make you smile. What things did you used to do that you enjoyed? What do you want to try going forward? We need to stay mindful of the things that make us smile and they make us feel good and they make us feel different because they make us feel a sense of being content. And so write down your strengths. What are you good at? What have you always wanted to do? But a lot of times that gets pushed to the side because we focus so much on our mental health that we forget about who we are as a person, right? And so moving forward, you're going to focus on your strengths. All right. And you're going to seek help with your weaknesses. And that's why you have a support team. Maybe you need help organizing better. I need help all the time around here to remember to what I need to do. I need Post-it notes. But it's okay to have that help because if we don't, it's just going to make things a struggle. And for what? It's kind of a senseless struggle when we can get help for that. And anyways, we're going to focus on our value and the gifts that we have. And once you write down all of those gifts and strengths and things that bring you joy, you're going to start applying them to your day. If you like talking to other people, do that. Share with them. Talk to them. You know, I've always been told I talk too much. Always. Ask my mom. I have always gotten in trouble for talking too much. At conferences, I always talk too much. And guess what? I still talk too much. I would say that's one of my strengths. So I'm going to keep using that. And I never ever scared that somebody told me I talk too much because I like to talk. So I'm just going to keep on talking. And so those are some of the things that we need to stay mindful of because people always told us you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that or you're never going to be this and this is never going to happen. But those were all lies. And now we need to find the truth and then we need to figure out how we're going to change moving forward. And so that's going to be your challenge. All right. But I want to take a step back. Carmen's out of the office today, so I went and stole her toolbox. Don't tell her. But anyway, so I want you to put this in your toolbox. And if you don't have a toolbox, please start making one. This is a small, easy little toolbox to make. All it is a little recipe card that you can go and get at your local dollar store. And then you put in little index cards, okay? You put little index cards in here, and look at, she's got them labeled by different little things, different little notes that you can put for yourself, all right? And then you just start putting different things in here. I think it's wonderful how simple. This can be sit anywhere in your bedroom, in your kitchen. You can put it by your coffee pot, and every day. Maybe you flip open to grounding techniques. Maybe you flip open to coping strategies. Whatever it is, you flip that open, pull out that card, and start thinking about it. Start using your tools. What am I going to do about that today? Maybe there's some things that I forgot about. So I want you to put this in here. Take out your index card. Here's a blank one. Take out your index card. Start writing down. You could do catch it, check it, or change it. Or you could write the lie, the truth, and moving forward, and start changing your thinking. Don't forget about this tool. Every single day, I can guarantee you we could use this tool. I know I could use this tool. We have lies that we tell ourselves, and we need to figure out what the reality of those lies are and how we're going to change that moving forward. How is this not going to be debilitating? How are we going to keep making changes in our life without those lies seeping back in and just changing who we are, changing our mood, changing our attitude? I can tell you on the way here, I had a terrible attitude. I had a terrible attitude this morning. I didn't want nothing to do with anything. But it's so interesting because when I talk about this stuff out loud and I get an opportunity to share that with you, it changes my mood every single time. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you still listening to me. You've listened to me for a very long time. So anyways, get out your toolbox. Go to the dollar store today and start working on that. Okay? Start checking out your lies, how you can turn it around, and what you're going to do moving forward. Get out your toolbox. And if you want more about this, go online. You could probably look her up. Annie Meehan, Be the Exception, your 7 steps to transformation. Most importantly, it's just about motivational energy and different ways to think about things. And I always value different ways to think about things, different tools, different steps, because it makes a big difference. We should be well-rounded because never one tool is going to work for us. We should have multiple tools in our back pocket so we know how to take care of ourselves the best. And you know what? I may tell you one way to work on things, and maybe that's not going to work for you. Maybe there's better resources out there. So, anyways, Be the Exception, Annie Meehan. Check it out. I think you won't be disappointed. If you have any interest in reading a book, let me know. I got this. Go get your toolbox done. And most importantly, get out a piece of paper. Start writing about all the things that you enjoy, things that you're good at, things that maybe you have really hoped for in life. And we're just going to start focusing on our value and our strengths and our good things. And hopefully that builds some motivation. Now, I need your help. It's Topic Tuesday tomorrow, and I want you guys to participate along with me. So somebody tell me a topic. What do you want to hear more about? Sometimes I feel like I'm kind of a broken record, and I talk about the same thing over and over and over. But tell me a topic for tomorrow. Ready, set, go. That'll be your challenge also, is to give me a topic for tomorrow. But go get your toolbox. Start working on changing your thinking, and that will boost your motivation. So give me a topic, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.